Orlando Fuentes.
Good evening, Council. My name is Amar Shergill, grandfather of three. I want to speak to you about the impending lawsuit from the Southwest Voter Registration Education Project. I want to ask you not to spend a penny on defending that lawsuit, on defending this antiquated from-district system, which is undemocratic, which dilutes the voices of minorities in Elk Grove. This is a slam dunk loser of a lawsuit for the city of Elk Grove. We should learn from the lessons of other cities that have made the horrible mistake of trying to defend this lawsuit. They have paid millions of dollars in legal fees, followed by millions of dollars in damages, to no benefit for their city. We have much better things to do with the money that's here available for the city. And I speak particularly to Councilmember Detrick, because you have been a steadfast advocate for making decisions that are right financially for the city, regardless of how maybe you feel about the issue, because sometimes finances have to predominate. If we take a look at the submissions by the attorney in this case, he's been successful because they've done regression analysis, and the regression analyses submitted to the court, and they've never lost on this issue. They've never lost because the law is very clear and very easy to analyze. We don't need to spend the money on consultants and attorneys. We can do our own regression analysis. What we can do, and I know Councilmember Hume, who's been through a number of these elections, you've done this, I'm sure, before. If you take a look at the districts, all you have to do, and all the law requires you to do, is show that candidates of communities that are diverse, communities of color, do they do better in districts that are also diverse? And in Elk Grove, that has been the case over and over and over again. For African Americans, for Latinos, for all ethnicities, even those that are on the dais today. You will see that in, for instance, the districts that voted for Trump, that are majority white, candidates of color do poorly. Now, it doesn't matter whether we look in their hearts and see the motivations. All the court is going to look at is, do they do worse in districts that are less diverse? Do candidates of color do better in communities that are more diverse? If that is true, we lose. If that's true, we lose. Now, you are going to get legal advice from attorneys who want to charge you hourly, hundreds of thousands of dollars, because that's how they do their business. I'm an attorney. I don't begrudge any attorney that makes an hourly rate. But we have to look at who we get our advice from. They have an inherent bias towards litigation that's going to cost us money that other cities have tried, and it gets them nothing. So please be wary of that. Try to look for alternative areas of advice. I'm going to go over my time just a little bit. We all have inherent bias. I think Councilmember Swen has led the way on identifying that inherent bias. You all have inherent bias in protecting the system that put you in the seats you occupy today. Be very aware that that inherent bias doesn't overpower the obvious legal conclusion and the clear financial decision that this millions of dollars is not going to benefit us at all, particularly when the system we have now is undemocratic. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Orlando Fuentes. Following Orlando is Betty Williams.